Okay, Houston coach Kelvin Sampson is here along with LJ Choir and Emmanuel Sharp. Coach, I've got my phone on silent. When you're comfortable, please start
I like that.
Please start us with some general comments about the game.
Yeah, there's, both teams just dealing with a ton of injuries. We all have our share of injuries. I don't know that we ever talk about it or worry about it. You're either gonna win or lose. I don't get why you need to talk about it a lot. As long as we have a chance to put 5 on the floor and we got a sub or 2, you just keep playing. What's the worst thing can happen to you? People act like if you lose, they're going to put you in jail or you're going to get some kind of penalty. I just never looked at it quite like that. But I thought we got off to a great start. Then our line of scrimmage on our pick and roll defense wasn't what I expect. We had some guys that I thought let off the accelerator a little bit. We needed to get some adjustments made that I know how to make, for lack of a better explanation. And once we got them together, we felt like we could get into the paint. Once we got into the paint, we got good shooters. We got guys that can make shots. I thought LJ was aggressive from the get-go today, except for the 15-foot runners he was shooting from 8 feet on the baseline. Oh, yeah, it took you a while to get that one, didn't you? Yeah. Then Emmanuel, who is you just never know. He's a box of Cracker Jacks. You just never know what you're going to get with Emmanuel. When they're flying at him, I like his chances. Some of the other stuff, it drives me nuts, but I love them all, so that's it's good to get in the championship game. We'll go from here.
Okay, remember to raise your hand if you've got a question. Give us your name and affiliation. Let's start here on the left on front row.
Joseph Duarte, Houston Chronicle. Kelvin, with that said on injuries, do you have an update on J1? And then the 2 times that he went into the game, was that just to sort of feel it out to see where he was with it?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't have an update. It's not his knee. The knee's bothered him all year, but it's not that. It's kind of around his calf, shin area. But I don't know. We just won a game, man. I don't run around there and ask what the injury report is after we win. I kind of get excited about that. Dang, Joseph, why don't you just throw some water on the fire? Can we not enjoy the win?
Okay, let's go to the third row over on the left, and then we'll come back to the front row over here.
David Smale, Field Level Media. First for LJ, your thoughts about possibly playing Baylor in the final?
It doesn't really matter who we play. We're happy to be in the championship, and we're looking forward to whatever the matchup is.
Prefer to face a team like yourselves in Iowa State?
I don't care who we play. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a really good team. Those are 2 really, really good teams. And if you're in the championship game of any tournament, you're going to have to play a really good team. But we've played them both here recently. So I think who we're going to have available is more important than who we're playing at this point.
Okay, let's go to the front row on the right.
Ryan Monso, GoCougs.com. Emmanuel, at the end of the game, you had a chance to shoot it, but you found said lot. Tell me about that.
I've had opportunities all year to score. It's not it means more to him than to me at the end of the game. So, when I get in situations like that, towards the end of the game, I'd rather look for maybe like Ryo or Ced, who haven't had that many buckets all year, so they can get a chance to score.
Let's go to the third row.
Tim Kalishaw, Dallas Morning News. Kelvin, you're 30-3. Some people thought Houston might not keep winning 30 games when it switched conferences. What do you think this team, you've obviously got more games to go, too, to add to it. What do you think this team has demonstrated?
Tim, while everybody was talking about the Big 12 to Big 12, and our local media, who's just been awesome the entire time I've been at Houston, I never really thought about the Big 12, not because I'd coached in it 12 years or I've been in this tournament 12 times, is that I was really worried about this team because of who we lost from last year's team. I think I spent more time, June, July, August. In August, we were in Australia for 10 days. And that was the timing of that trip is never a bad time, but this year especially, because of who we had to replace. The number 8 pick in Jarris Walker, the number 25 pick in Marcus Sasser. Somebody who's really solid for us the entire year, started every game, Tremont Mark. And then my security blanket, a kid that I absolutely loved and still miss, who passed away, Reggie Chaney. So missing those 4 guys, I think superseded moving to a new league. I just never worried about it or never thought about it. We just kind of rolled up our sleeves, Tim, and got in the gym and just went to work. And, Jamal Shead was, and I hate to be repetitive, but Jamal Shead, when we beat Illinois, who was the Big Ten champ, he was a starting point guard on that team. Then we turned around and beat Arizona, who was the Pac-12 champ. He was the point guard on that team, went to the Elite Eight. LJ played on a team that won a national championship. Emmanuel backed up a team that won 30, I don't remember how many games we won last year, but 30-some, and he played a lot of minutes. So I knew we had a good team coming back in any league, but it was just a matter of, could I get them together? Could I get them to play for something bigger than themselves? Could we be a team? And that's something that we've always taken pride in, is getting our kids to be a team. LJ had to learn how to do that. They all have reasons why they want to come to Houston. But eventually, you've got to, everybody's got a scrapbook, man. I'm not interested in your scrapbook. Everybody's got an ego. Everybody's got that. But I don't care about any of that. If you come play for us, you're going to do it our way. There's non-negotiables. There's things that we're not going to sit around and discuss. This is the way it's going to be done. And I think if you have high-character kids, it's a lot easier for them. They handle adversity better. Low-character kids have a hard time with adversity. They're usually immature, and those are the kind of kids that struggle with when things don't go their way. LJ has some tough days. Emmanuel has for 2 years. They all did, but they all came together and became a really good team, and this is the end result. But we just played the team that was in front of us. Didn't really matter to us what league we were in. We kept getting bombarded about the Big 12, and we just worried about getting our team together.
Okay, let's go to the fourth row on the right side.
Justin Williams from The Athletic. Coach, you talked about the rebounding disparity yesterday. It's a little more even today. Is that playing a guard-heavier team or something you guys did differently on the boards?
Guard-heavier team. No, TCU was playing Sikkim. They just threw it up there, and even this morning, I even though what was the score in the game yesterday? I don't remember. It wasn't close at the end, I know that, but all I could think about was we just played a team that got 73 shots. How in the world is that possible? I mean, we're usually that team. So, but they punked us, but that was not the story. In tournament play, win the game, man. Move on. So we get a chance to play tomorrow and go home tomorrow night. That's one of the good things about the Big 12. In the American, we were always playing on Sunday and getting back late Sunday night.
Okay, we got time for 2 more questions. First one will be here on the front row.
Kelvin Malik plays 31 minutes, Damian 16. Also yesterday, they got a lot of minutes. How much does that help when you can put those guys in there like that, especially with the state of how things are on the bench? Yeah.
Well, Malik's value probably is a little more because of rebounding. You know, he's a really good rebounding guard. And his athleticism is a factor, too. And Malik's a talented kid. He's just gotten better. I think if you ask me what all these kids have in common is they've all gotten better as the season's progressed. But Malik is a wonderful human being, just a sweetheart of a young man, easy to coach, love being around him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy his decision to come back has worked out for him, which is what you wish for all of them.
Okay, our last question will be here on the front row. Nope. Okay, our last question will be over here on the right.
Yeah, for LJ and Emmanuel, this game was tied early in the second half, and 3.5 minutes later, you had a 13-point lead. What do you feel like happened in those 3.5 minutes?
Who would you like first?
Either of the players.
I mean, we just fixed our attitudes. We had people not really in the game. And I don't know, whenever you fix your attitude and change your effort, good things happen. So we just came out with the right focus, and that's all it was.
Yeah, same thing. We just had a different mindset coming out at halftime. A better one, a more intense one. We were more connected, and it helped us go on a run.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.